Heavenly Father, fill us with your spirit and courage so that we might bring our talents and gifts to this important work. Open our minds to the task at hand, open our ears to each other, open our hearts to your will. We make this prayer in your name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do the roll call. Commissioner LeBlanc present.
Commissioner Brandwood present.
Commissioner Gardner present.
Commissioner Gleason present.
Commissioner Becker present.
All right. Do we have any public comment?
Ed, this would be your time. If you
Oh,
have-
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
May I?
Certainly, go ahead. It's time for public comment. Go ahead.
Thank you, Chair and Commissioners. Ed Slavin, box 3084, edslavin.com. Just wanted to thank y'all at your last meeting for going with the rollback rate. And I bragged on y'all to the St. Johns County Board of County Commissioners because they wouldn't do it. They voted 4-1 not to do that. And I thank you for valuing the value of a dollar and for protecting public health and the environment and our non-target employees and public rights to know and public rights and employee rights to speak out and raise concerns. And we can deal with that in future meetings. But I'm so touched and so impressed that y'all voted unanimously in your last meeting without even much of a struggle. I mean, we have to argue about it at the county commission. They won't do it. 4-1. But y'all did it unanimously. Vote to go with the rollback rate, and I appreciate, a fiscally conservative approach that protects public health and the environment. So thank y'all so much. I'm gonna put myself on mute again unless you want me to say something.
Your roads and rollback. We have a zero
It's
public.
below the rollback.
Roads and rollback.
Thank you, Mr. Slavin. All right. We need approval of resolution 2024-5.
You have to read it out loud.
Okay, all right. A resolution of the Anastasia Mosquito Control District of St. Johns County providing for the levy and collections of an ad valorem property tax of $0.1600 for every 1,000 and no 100s of assessed property value, which is equivalent to 0.1600 mils for the fiscal year 2024 through 2025, to be used for general purposes and providing an effective date. Be it resolved that by the Anastasia Mosquito Control District of St. Johns County. Do I need to read all the sections as well?
You only need to read it by title.
Okay. Meaning section 1? I don't understand what you're saying. I only need to read.
Yeah, read the whole.
Yeah.
She's saying not the whole.
Okay. That the millage rate of the Anastasia Mosquito Control District of St. Johns County to be levied shall be 0.1600 mils for general operating budget for the fiscal year 2024-2025. Section 2, that rolled back rate is 0.1667 per $1,000. The property taxes adopted by the district stated as percentage change is 4.02%, which is the percent by which the millage rate is to be levied decreases the rolled back rate. Section 3, that the director of the Anastasia Mosquito Control District of St. Johns County be and is hereby directed to appropriately notify and advise the property appraiser and tax collector of the County of St. Johns of such millage rate. Further, the director is hereby directed to notify the Division of Ad valorem Tax of the Department of Revenue by furnishing the proper statement of compliance together with a copy of this resolution, a copy of the certification of value, and a certified copy of the legal advertisement preceding the adoption of this resolution. Section 4, the resolution shall take effect immediately upon its passage. Passed by the Anastasia Mosquito Control District of St. Johns County upon final reading.
So I'll make a motion to pass our millage rate at the 0.1600 mils.
Okay.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous? Okay.
Quick question.
Yes.
It says adopted on the 26th, but today is the 30th. Do we need to change that date?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
So I'll update the resolution, or
No motion.
the motion to change the date to the 30th instead of the 26th due to the emergency. Okay.
Hurricane, yeah. Okay.
I'll second.
All in favor? Unanimous? Thank you. Okay.
And the second one is also going to have the wrong date.
Okay. All right. Resolution 2024-06, a resolution of the Anastasia Mosquito Control District of St. Johns County approving and adopting the annual budget or budget estimates of revenues and expenditures for the Anastasia Mosquito Control District of St. Johns for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2024, and ending September 30th, 2025, and prescribing time for taking effect. Be it resolved by the Anastasia Mosquito Control District of St. Johns County. Section 1, that the annual budget estimates of revenues and expenditures of the Anastasia Mosquito Control District of St. Johns County for the fiscal year AD 2024-2025, as prepared, amended, and submitted by the Board of Commissioners by the district staff, is considered and acted upon by the Anastasia Mosquito Control District of St. Johns County Board of Commissioners under and by the authority of the district, and the amounts of money set forth therein are hereby appropriated. Section 2, that the budget of revenues and expenditures adopted for the ensuing fiscal year, AD 2024-2025, be provided in full upon the minutes of the Anastasia Mosquito Control District of St. Johns County. Section 3, the said budget may be amended from time to time during the fiscal year AD 2024-2025 by the Anastasia Mosquito Control District of St. Johns County by resolution. Section 4, the resolution shall take effect immediately upon its passage. Passed by the Anastasia Mosquito Control District of St. Johns County upon final reading. Adopted this session the 30th day of September 2024.
30th.
30th, yeah.
And I have a couple questions.
Well, we have to have the motion for that. Want to make the motion? First motion?
Oh, what is mine?
I'll motion.
What do you much?
Don't we have to do a motion because we can't discuss something without a first and a second?
Okay.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to pass the budget
I'll
as
second.
presented after my questions are answered.
I'll second it now. Open for questions.
Okay,
Resolution.
so,
What, yeah.
all right. Commissioner,
Okay, so I have just a couple of things for the budget. That we had the situation with a couple of our employees not being paid correctly. Has that all been finished?
Yeah,
And the
so-
budget is updated? Do we need to do anything to the budget for that?
No.
Okay. Secondly, when we publish our official budget report, is there a way, and this is probably more for Ms. Myers, that we can leave the names off of the salary pages?
Ms. Myers, did you hear the question?
I did. If the names are all, if there's already a public record created that includes the names with the salaries, I recommend you do not redact it. It's already you have already waived any privilege, but I'm not aware of any privilege or public records exemption that was attached to that.
Okay, so next year I should ask before we do it? The budget?
Yes.
Okay,
All right,
thank you.
I have questions.
all right.
And mine are
Commissioner.
pretty quick.
Oh, public comment?
Wait,
in
wait,
response to
wait, Ed, I'm not done with my questions.
Sorry.
So I have
Kathy.
three questions. One, did we remove the commissioner travel from the FMCA meeting to Orlando this year? Has that been removed? Because there is no commissioner day.
Well, that'll be for next,
No, they have it in.
oh, wait,
It
yeah,
is
this-
2020.
yeah, that's right, next year.
There is no commissioner day, but I'm going to the meeting.
I was instructed to the last meeting.
Well, you may be going to the meeting, but that hasn't been voted on.
Will you go to the speaker, please?
Yeah.
Sorry.
We said that there was no need for commissioners to go to the meeting because there was no commissioner day.
That will be on the next agenda.
I know, but it's in the budget. So I'm asking-
Budget, we didn't separate it. Only said FMC meeting, Orlando
But it's in there, right?
registration for didn't
Okay, my question was, is it still in the budget or is it out of the budget?
still in the budget.
Okay.
But didn't put a
The
separate.
budget does not specify commissioners versus employees. It's at 20 individuals going to that
Well,
meeting.
in the detail that I read, it does have commissioners.
And what's here, it doesn't.
Yeah,
But
it
in your,
in the bigger book that explains, it's in there.
I mean, the money can be used for other things or recategorized or reclassified. I
We
mean,
can still take a vote on that next month when it comes up.
yeah, just because it's in the budget doesn't mean you're stuck, that you have to spend the
Or we
money
have
for
to do it.
specifically
Okay,
that,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, then the second question, the AMCA meeting of 2025, I understand staff going, but why do we have 3 commissioners going to Puerto Rico? What's the need for us to go to AMCA?
They have a commissioner day, AMC meeting.
Yeah, why do, again,
I'll be presenting.
okay, one presentation, we have 3 commissioners being budgeted. Sorry, I don't like to fly at taxpayer expense.
No,
Puerto
it's,
Rico. It's not my vacation.
and,
That will be on the next, after December agenda. Who want to go have to approve all
It's
the
not who
group.
want to go, I think she's speaking, I get that. But what I'm trying to do is use taxpayer dollars wisely. So.
She's saying, do
This is
we
still on
need
the
to
budget.
leave it for the
we need to
budget?
have 3 people, that's gonna be 2,500, 60 per person. So I'm just being, if somebody wants to go ahead on your own dime. I'm just, I don't think we should be paying somebody to go for a full week to Puerto Rico if there is no need for them to be there.
Yeah, we're still on the budget, not delayed, yeah.
Okay, so I guess we'll take a vote on
So
that
we
when it
can
comes
move
up.
that.
Right.
And then the last one, what is Greece 2025? Who's going and why?
This is
That's
before
Society of Veterans.
that Greece is the International Congress of Vehicle Ecology. I was blind because it's elected for the vice president. But they have not decided which day, when, maybe it's not next year, not next fiscal year. Maybe postponed to October after next year. So far, no any,
Okay, when those come up, let's talk, and especially whenever we come up with our travel policy.
yeah.
When were you guys gonna develop that? Like,
No, we work on,
I thought, Mr. Flowers, isn't that on the October, is that,
Right?
no, different.
that's,
Travel policy's gonna be October,
No, November.
November, okay.
and then when were we gonna get the insurance company to come back and give us,
The crime limits, the increase the crime limits on the,
not just crime, but it was also travel,
Also travel, that will be December, yeah.
okay.
so we're gonna have, okay. All right, anyway, there's some stuff that's not baked in here, and then there's some stuff that is, honestly, for commissioners, it should be, if you're speaking at a conference or a DOT course,
Sure.
there is no reason, I checked with other local governments, commissioners hardly ever travel on taxpayer dollars. So I'm just trying to bring that
Sure.
up to everybody's attention. And staff should only like the training and what's they're required. Ms. Becker, Commissioner Becker is going because she's doing a presentation. That's a whole different ball of wax.
Like, I mean, what I can always do is, because at some point, we're gonna definitely most likely use the contingency, since the way we're doing the budget amendments is now we're putting it to future capital outlay. So I could do a reclassify, like, so these are the major header
Yeah.
categories. I can reclass from one category to
Yeah.
another instead of using contingency if you want to not spend that
Yeah, I
much.
just wanted to
We can always
make sure
adjust that.
everybody was aware that, I mean, there is no reason for us as commissioners to be flying all over the planet or whatever on tax dollars. So, unless there's a specific invitation for one of us to speak at something.
Yeah, and in the finance counting, we just summarized what the departments tell us, and as far as us deciding who's doing what, that's not,
I just wanted to put that in the public
Sure.
record. Okay, that's it.
thank you.
All right.
So we have the motion.
Well, I
Do we
think-
have,
Ed, yep.
yes.
Ed,
Do you have, is there public comment before we vote?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Very good discussion. I want to thank the commissioner for raising her concerns about the travel expenditures. And as my late mentor, Dan Litt from the U.S. Department of Labor, Chief Judge of the U.S. Department of Labor Office of Administrative Law Judges, told me years ago, any government budget, you can cut 10%. And thank you. And I stand corrected. Dr. Shue corrected me earlier. You went below the rollback rate, which is really a remarkable achievement. But I think we can afford the time, and we should do it to sharpen our pencils and reduce our budgets even further, and make sure we're getting a fair day's work for a fair day's pay, and that everybody's paid fairly, but also that we're not scalping the taxpayers. And it's an expensive trip to Puerto Rico. There's no reason for that many people to go. It looks to me like what Lincoln would have called flub dubs, or what Senator Proxmire would have called a boondoggle. And if we can reduce the number of people going to Puerto Rico, and if we can reduce the number of people, I mean, a lot of these things could be attended. Is that correct, Dr. Shue? If I might ask for the chair, isn't it true that a lot of these things people can attend by Zoom? So there's no principled reason why somebody has to fly. If I could finish, no principled reason why somebody should have to fly from Jacksonville to Puerto Rico just to attend a mosquito control conference. Everything, all those proceedings are published, correct? And all your colleagues are communicating with one another all the time. And I don't think we need to have that many people going that far and spending that much money. I mean, it's our money. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Slavin. All right. So we need to take a vote.
Okay, so I have a motion up to pass our budget
I second it.
Okay.
for $9,202,450, and we have a second.
All right.
Second.
All
No,
in,
it's already been
she
seconded.
said, she seconded, so,
Oh.
all in favor?
All right.
Unanimous. Thank you. All right, do we have commissioner comments?
No comment.
No comments.
No comment. Do you have any comments?
No.
No, okay. Commissioner Becker, do you have comments?
Yes, I'd like to, I tried to send an email out to Santa Rosa Beach, where our other mosquito colleagues are at, and see if they're okay. They got pretty torn up a few years back, and when I visited them, they had all the walls ripped out and everything. So if anyone in the mosquito world hears of any mosquito districts that need help, maybe we can come together and do some sort of supply drive, or, I mean, I think we're too far to offer helicopter service.
Anything, what I'm hearing, anything from Lee up, a lot of those people got hammered. Like, they may not have gotten direct hits, but like Anna Maria is Pinellas County, and
I
They're
think
underwater.
their city.
yeah, they're underwater, but they're underwater, I mean, like, still. So I don't know how many of our districts are up the coast.
I think Lee's the highest one, and then
Whatever,
Citrus got hit.
The citrus got hit, so I don't know, have you heard anything from any of them?
No,
I've reached out to all of my colleagues so far, and the ones that I've heard back from are doing fine, but there's still some that I have not heard from. So citrus, I have not heard back from yet.
Okay, I'll try again.
Yeah, they got hit.
Yeah, they got
the
pretty,
EUC agreement will have a chance to 88 application to help each
everybody in their prayers.
Well, if there's nothing else, the meeting is adjourned.